The craft beer industry in India is witnessing a boom as the sophisticated drink has caught the fancy of its residents.
Cheers to craft beer. Until recently, beer sales in India were dominated by mainstream lagers. But drinkers are developing more sophisticated tastes, and they now have many more exotic brews to savor. Mumbai's first brew pub was launched in 2013, and since then, another 50 bars have opened, serving locally brewed craft beer. Industry leaders are placing their bets on the growth potential of craft beer.
People will always demand a better product. Craft beers are made with the finest of ingredients. Most craft beers, almost all of them, don't use any chemicals. We don't use any preservatives. Plus, craft beers also give the consumers a serious variety. You know, people are getting a little bored drinking the same lager. If you go into the market, 99% of all beers are the same.
But while the craft beer industry is gaining popularity, there are headwinds, such as rigid state liquor laws, licensing procedures, and a lack of skilled labor. These challenges are not putting off ambitious brewers.
If I do some back of the envelope calculations, looking at countrywide in 2015, we probably are selling close to about 7 million liters a year, right? And a liter, roughly average about $8 a liter. So you're looking at about 50 to 60 million dollars the current industry is at, right? The way it is growing, from 2009 to 2015, from 1 to about 50 or 60, I see this industry growing, at least about 15-20% compounded average growth rate for the next 10 years.
Even at that growth rate, craft brews would still be a tiny part of India's multi-billion-dollar beer industry, which is dominated by Kingfisher with more than 50% of the market. But craft brewers are unfazed, as they are not aiming for mass appeal.
Craft brewing is very limited, so we do like small batches of 500 liters each. Also, they are too huge, and I don't think so we'll make much of a difference there, unless we get into bottling and then start exporting our product as well, which I don't think so would happen at this very stage. Hopefully in another 10 years' time, the government norms and the regulations should change, and we should be able to do that as well.
While craft beer is making a splash in India, it still has a long way to go before it competes with the big boys in the brewing world. Nidhi Rai, South Asia Newsline, Mumbai.